No one talks about the difference between men and women's cycles and how these different cycles affect our health. Well, both men and women live according to a circadian rhythm. This is the 24-hour cycle that governs our sleep and wake hours, and men, this is the only cycle that they have. Women, on the other hand, have an additional cycle called the infradian rhythm. This is the typically 28 to 32 day cycle that governs all aspects of a woman's life. This is our hormonal cycle, also known as the menstrual cycle, and it governs everything from our hormones to our metabolism, to our immunity, to our sexual drive, to our moods, emotions, and brain function. And it's really important that women understand that this additional cycle that we have really makes our bodies different from men's. And when we live in a society, a patriarchal society that has been built around this traditional paradigm of the circadian rhythm of a man's body, when we are trying to conform to that system that has been built around this norm of a man's cycle, we're going to struggle. This is why there are so many health and cyclical problems for women, is because we are just pushing against our natural nature as women. Our nature is cyclical. Our nature is not to do the same thing again day after day like men can. Men can exercise, they can eat the same, they can really be quite routinized forever, right? I'm not necessarily advocating that, but women, when we try to do the exact same thing day after day, push ourselves in a hard workout, eat the same thing, get less sleep, or get the same amount of sleep as men, we are really pushing against the needs of our cyclical body. And this is why it's so important as women to understand our cyclical nature, to really get to know this infradian rhythm, this menstrual cycle, which governs all areas of our lives. And when we can start to make small adjustments, when we can start to fine-tune our self-care, our diet, our exercise, our rest to this infradian rhythm, then we start to really be able to optimize our own health, well-being, and energy. So if you feel like you are just constantly fighting an uphill battle, constantly struggling with burnout, fatigue, and exhaustion, it might be because you haven't been taught about this infradian rhythm that governs your life as a woman. And so it's really important to start really understanding and learning and tracking your own cycle so that you can sync your life to your cycle for optimal health and well-being. If this interests you, well, I encourage you to follow along or head to my link